Hi guys, it's Funky here from Skill Street Garage. This time it's not a restoration, it's not a custom. This is my way of doing crimped axles. I'm sure there's various ways of doing this. As you'll know, Lesney, Moko, the way that they finished their axles off was they crimped one side. They did that all the way up until 1958, although it took a little while to phase the actual crimps out, so there's still some vehicles with it around in 1959. And as you'll see, this little truck's got some of those crimped ends, and that's what I'm gonna. So now I'll show you how I do my ones. I don't use advice like a lot of people whatsoever. I'm just having a quick little think there whilst I'm looking at it, thinking what colour shall I do this truck eventually. As you'll see, there's approximately 1.5–2 millimeters of crimped ends. The other end is rounded over, so it was passed through in the factory, and then just to keep the wheels on, it was just crimped. There's three ways of getting these off. One, that you can use a rotary tool or a Dremel. Two, you can use pliers. Or three, you can use cutters and just cut the axles and replace them. I'm just going to show you here. I use pliers because I like to keep them for spares. It doesn't take long. Just got to squeeze in the tabs. Where it's been spread out, you need to squeeze it inwards. If you do it with a rotary tool, you got to be very careful. And also, personally myself, I think that the little tiny piece that's left over is a little bit thin to do another crimp on, so you're going to end up changing the axles anyway. There we go, that's the back one off. I'm going to take out the front axle as well. This truck's going to be restored soon, so I might as well take them off now. I know I'm going to put one axle back on, but that's easy to take off again. I'm just doing it for demonstration purposes. I don't like the burgundy on this one. It's going to go as a custom. I've got too many red vehicles and burgundy vehicles in my collection. So if you'd like to comment below, and let's see what colour people think it would look best in. Up for inspirations, please, guys. Right, what I use for the axles, replace them, is pop rivets or blind rivets, whatever you prefer to call them. And the aluminium end, we just push it off with a pair of pliers. It comes off easy. And here's the little aluminium piece that comes off. I actually keep those. Sometimes I don't screw the vehicles back together. I use the rivets and super glue them in, or CA glue them in. Normally there's like a little burr on the side of these rivet pins, and that's just to stop the aluminium part from sliding off. So I'm just going to give it a quick rub down. It doesn't take a lot to do it. And then on goes the wheel. I did actually miss a little bit of this burr, so you'll see it's end up using pliers to pull it on, but it doesn't matter. It's like I say, it's on for demonstration, this one. There we go, and that's on. Find the little wheel that's trying to escape. There we go. Now what I generally do is leave about 1.5 to 2 millimeters, preferably about 1.5 millimeter, and cut the axle off it there. Many times you get a little tiny burr on the end of the actual pin. It doesn't take a lot to file it off. If you need to, just slot the axle out and do it that way if you don't want to damage the bodywork. Well, it takes a couple of seconds. Like I say, a lot of people use a vice now to actually crimp these over. I find that's a fiddly way of doing it, and you have to put a lot of pressure on, etc. I use electrician's crimps. All I've done is I've ground the front off just a little tiny bit on the angle, just so that it can get in closer to the bodywork or to the wheel. And lined up, and a quick squeeze, and it's all done. Nice new flat, nice and neat crimped end. Looks beautiful again, looks like new. Please subscribe and follow me on Instagram at Scale Street Garage.